Welcome to our in-depth analysis of the stock market's performance from September 29th to October 3rd, 2025. In this video, we'll explore key market movements, sector performances, and global economic trends that shaped the week. The S&P 500 closed at 6,720 on October 1st, marking its 29th record close of the year. This represents a 0.3% weekly gain, with all 11 sectors ending in the green. Notably, utilities, consumer discretionary, and materials led the charge. Similarly, the Nasdaq Composite reached 22,755.16, up 0.4% for the week, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at 46,750.28, reflecting a 0.3% gain. Investors closely monitored the looming U.S. government shutdown, which threatened to delay key economic data and impact Federal Reserve policy decisions. Despite market expectations for a rate cut, the Federal Reserve remained cautious due to missing economic data, complicating their ability to make informed policy decisions. In corporate news, Electronic Arts surged 4.5% following a record $55 billion buyout deal, while CSX jumped 5.4% after naming Steve Angel as CEO. GSK gained 2.9% after announcing CEO Emma Walmsley's resignation, while AstraZeneca rose nearly 1% after affirming its London headquarters and shifting to a direct New York Stock Exchange listing. Across the Atlantic, European shares edged up, supported by gains in UK-listed healthcare and technology stocks, despite concerns over a potential U.S. government shutdown. However, Eurozone banks declined, with Commerzbank and BPR Banca falling 2.7% and 1.9%, respectively. Gold prices reached a record high, driven by a weaker dollar and investor concerns over global economic uncertainties. Meanwhile, oil prices fell over 3%, impacting energy stocks like ExxonMobil and Chevron. Micron Technology saw a 94.75% increase in stock value, while Palantir Technologies gained 136.5%, reflecting strong performance in the AI sector. However, Palantir stock dropped 7.5% following a report highlighting major security flaws in a prototype battlefield communications network co-developed with Anduril Industries. Jaguar Land Rover announced its intent to partially resume operations after a cyber attack, supported by a $1.5 billion government loan. Dyson's profits halved due to restructuring challenges, while Elliott prepares a $3 billion sale of ARC data centers amid rising demand. Hedge funds returned 1.3% in September, with managers in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East outperforming their North American counterparts. Global equities climbed 3.4% in September, reflecting investor optimism. An index of developed market sovereign bonds rose around 0.7% last month. BP moved forward with a $5 billion U.S. offshore project, signaling confidence in the energy sector. 1. SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust, SPY, closed at $669.21, reflecting the broader market's positive sentiment. 2. SPDR Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, DIA, ended at $407.51, showing modest gains. 3. Invesco QQQ Trust, Series 1, QQQ, closed at $603.18, reflecting strong performance in technology stocks. 4. Eurozone bank stocks faced challenges, with Commerzbank and BPR Banca declining. 5. SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust, SPY, closed at $669.21, maintaining a strong upward trend. 6. SPDR Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, DIA, ended at $406.51, showing modest gains. 7. iShares MSCI Emerging Markets, ETF, EEM, closed at $50.23, showing resilience in emerging markets. 8. Eurozone bank stocks faced challenges, with Commerzbank and BPR Banca declining. 9. SPDR S&P 500 ETF Trust, SPY, closed at 669.21, maintaining a strong upward trend. 10. SPDR Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF, DIA, ended at 406.51, showing modest gains. That's a wrap for this week's stock market highlights. Stay tuned for more updates and analyses in our next video.